「 Hello everyone and welcome to Low Inc. August 2020. I am Astrocities and I'm joined here by Sky the Demon as well.
Hello.
And we're gonna get you guys started with round one of some wonderful Squid action. Low Inc. being a tournament series, you're gonna see some of the best up and coming amateur level teams that are out there. Period. Right now, so you know there's a lot of guessing game, but you know, that's just kind of how things go with these. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rusty. Hi, Sky.
Hello. That is true. Something I like to think about with Lowing is that the more and more teams that sign up every single month, the more teams that you see that come in are brand new. And especially teams that in general you get to see that consistently sign up and come in every month after month after month. And it's really amazing to see these teams grow because you can see them from the very beginning and then they just end up getting to places like being an alpha bracket or even beta bracket.
Or grow beyond. We've seen a lot of teams from past Low Incs really have gone pretty far in the scene nowadays. You know, that being said though, we are going to go ahead and get started with round one. We have Akuma versus Eurobeats. Now, one of these teams actually is the same team that you are on, being Akuma, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. I actually founded Akuma, and it's been around for almost about a year, where we went on a hiatus and came back sometime in June. Saku and I are the only original members from the team. We have somebody from Divine Downpour, Dylan or Cyron, subbing in for us.
Okay, so that's pretty interesting. And Eurobeats seems to have their entire roster just set for, so that might play a little bit to their advantage, of course. That being said, we really don't know yet. I guess we're going to have to see. Our first map is Tower Control on Mako Mart, a very interesting map, especially for Tower. There's a lot of really harsh choke points here.
Mm-hmm. Mako is one of those maps where if you get locked into your base, then it's kind of not the greatest for you.
Yes and no. It can be a fast map and it can be in slow map. Tower Control being, you know, arguably the slowest mode with a really stationary object. Ooh, a Range Blaster coming out, actually. Two Range Blasters, one on each side. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. We have some interesting comps here. The Charger, especially in Tower Control, may absolutely play to the favor of Akuma here, but we see some very nice team play and pairing up on the side of Eurobeats, and that is one down on either side so far, so a bit of a stalemate. Special is now coming out, so they're going to start possibly just getting a few points on the board, and that's exactly what they do. Eurobeats putting on a flank right here. Yeah,
we have a flank coming in right behind, taking out one of Akuma's subs.
And that checkpoint is absolutely knocked straight through, but that is by far the easiest checkpoint to pass on this map, so, you know, it's something that we're going to see this checkpoint coming up right here. This is going to be the really big make or break. We see one down, the junior, so that armor being down is... Oh, and that's two down, so they're able to put on the hold. Akuma did a very, very nice job pushing forward through to the second checkpoint. That's three down, though, so this is absolutely massive. Eurobeats can start really pushing forward here.
Akuma's going to need to get back in and get their specials up in order to make a push.
Absolutely, especially in a really slow mode like this. You know, something about Tower Control is in Splatoon there are 4 modes. Of course, you have Turf War as well, but we don't talk about that. We have Tower Control, Splat Zones, Rainmaker, and Clan Blitz, and a nice shot right there by Jaden.
A quick shot there.
And certain modes are a lot faster than others, certain modes are a lot slower than others, so Splat Zones and Tower Control tend to be very, very slow because the objectives in them are very slow. The Stingray coming out, possibly trying to keep them from Ooh, that's...
Oh, they take out the Splat thing.
Yes, that's the backline down. Oh, but 2 down. Nice shot to save it if he can just get on tower and possibly... Oh, and the armor saved him.
And Jin gets taken out. Very...
Just a little spacing mistake is going to make all the difference right there in that skirmish. And that Inkjet coming through maybe a tad bit too late, but, you know, still it's kind of a finishing blow right there. Oh!
And Jaden takes them out.
Jaden is putting in some work on that charger.
Inkjet gets taken out. Oh, and there's a DC on the opposing team.
Who DC'd?
Somebody from Eurobeats, their spotlight.
Oh.
Are they continuing
KT.
to play? They're continuing to play.
Well, it depends when the DC was. The rules on it, I can double check on those. DC rules. Alright, so each team is allowed 1 DC per set. The match will be finished if there's less than 2 minutes left, or one team is 30 units or closer to a KO. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, Akuma just pushed far enough that the DC's not really gonna play in the favor of Eurobeats. They don't get that replay, they've got to play it out. Nice shot right there. Just playing a little bit of defense, the missile's coming out. Oh! But Eurobeats is doing everything in their power to try to make something out of this. Unfortunately, they're 3 down, including that DC, so it's not looking too great for them, but they're able to hold this checkpoint so far.
This DC has definitely been in the favor of Akuma, not even just for the circumstances that it's under, just the entire fact that they're able to keep them pushed in like this works out very well for them as well.
And you know, one thing to talk about is also kind of the mental game that teams play during a set. This really may play in the favor of Akuma, and you know, just the dominance that they're showing in their team fights right now. It might make Eurobeats their players just a tad bit more frustrated, and that could play in the favor of Akuma as well. So you really never know with these things.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, missed the shot right there.
Oh, and the blaster was taken out by the other blaster.
You know, that's something that I didn't think we'd say for an extremely long period of time.
Blaster 1v1, another blaster.
Yeah, you know, blasters really kind of got killed by the armor meta, so it'll be fun to see how they really come back. But yes, that is game. Unfortunately with a DC, but Akuma is going to go ahead and take the GGs for game 1. So that, you know, unfortunate events, they do happen. DCs, they do happen in Splatoon. Sometimes there really just isn't anything that you can do about them. Sometimes there are just connectivity issues between players, different people, especially if you're halfway across the world or something. Some people just don't connect well to each other, even in the same country, though, even if they have good internet. So you really never know. And this being a peer-to-peer or player-to-player game where players are basically just connecting directly to each other and not to a server, yeah, you definitely get quite a few connectivity issues. And unfortunately for Eurobeats, it didn't play in their favor. They're going to have to find out how it affects them during the remainder of this set. But, you know, they're only 1 game down. They can still make something out of this and come back for it. And we are going to... Oh, interesting map mode here. Might be a lot of Stingrays. We've got Rainmaker on Port Mackerel.
Well, we already know from the previous match that Jaden definitely knows how to use Stingray. And most likely will definitely be using Stingray.
Yeah, Stingray, kind of a weapon. A little tip for those of you who don't know and maybe don't play the game a whole lot, but one thing that you can do when you use a Stingray is when you pop it, every time that your Stingray has done damage to someone, open the map, because wherever they move, you can see them move, and you can move your Stingray in that direction towards them still. So you can just react to whatever they do. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with Game 2, Rainmaker on Port Mackerel. You know, this map, it's actually one of the smallest maps in the game.
Yeah, that is true. And it's also a bit more of a condensed one depending on where you go in the map.
Condensed might even just be an understatement. It's one of the most cramped maps in the game, flat out. The armor, early armor coming out, some nice spacing right there, pushing Eurobeats back, actually. It does take out one player. Oh!
Ooh.
They almost had a nice opener right there, but 2 go down, so Eurobeats are able to push forward if they just play quick enough. Unfortunately, they haven't. So it's a little bit of a stalemate still in mid. Neutral is still in play. Armor's coming out, the Ray coming out, the Charger going down. That's absolutely massive.
And
so they're going to go ahead and
pick up the Rainmaker.
Absolutely. Still playing just a little bit slow here, though.
Pushing on the left, and they're gonna get taken out by Saku with the Kensa 52, who's then gonna pop Booyah.
A bit of an emergency Booyah right there. It does play to his favor, but he just wasted a special. That is one thing to talk about in this game. Is one thing that's not really talked about enough, actually, is special usage. And every time in a team setting that you use your special and you don't get a pick out of it, your special is effectively wasted. A nice pick right there by the Splatling. So it's still a bit of a stalemate, only a 1-point difference in the lead. The Inkjet coming out once again, the Ray coming out, so the specials they're really coming out with a nice follow through, but they're just not pushing forward on it.
They're gonna be camping this jump from Akuma, and they're gonna take out Jaden.
Oh, and 2! That's 2 right there! That's a full life! They have to push forward, they gotta go. This is time. Pop it and run, just go, just go. And they do.
They're going to, and they're going to take the lead.
Yes, but not before Akuma is able to respawn. One does go down in spawn, though. That is absolutely massive.
And then they take out the Rainmaker right there.
Yes, the Rainmaker does end up going down, but they push all the way to 39. Another nice kick by Jaden. You know, if I was Jaden right now, I would take every single shot on that Splatling that I can. That Splatling is going to be a slow, easy target, and I would know I'm a Charger. You know, I have a massive advantage in this fight. That is
and Jaden takes out. They're 3 down. If Akuma is smart enough about this, they can definitely try and make a push.
Absolutely, absolutely. See a little bit of a push around the left side, the wall coming out. This is a important pick right there. That's 2 down on the side of Eurobeats, possibly 3, and it is 3. That is 3 down. A nice double right there by Saku. The Booyah's coming out, the Hammer's coming out. No, in the wrong direction.
Saku gets a nice trade here with the Splatling.
That trade does play to their favor. They still have the Rainmaker. Blaster goes down. Rainmaker's in trouble.
And Rainmaker is down.
That's okay. It was a trade, so they did still keep it neutral.
Still there. They, hopefully they can, see this person coming up from behind them.
You know, one thing to talk about as well is the team that is not in the lead also gets special advantage. They charge specials faster. So if Eurobeats keeps up this skirmish and it really stays as a stalemate like this for too long of a time, it will play in the advantage of Akuma right here, because Akuma will just have a lot more specials. Oh, and a really important pick with 50 seconds left. That is 2 down on the side of Akuma. So Eurobeats is really doing everything they can to bring this. Oh, and another nice pick with the Inkjet.
And it looks like they're gonna get another.
So this is a really bad situation to be in right here for Akuma. It's still not game over. They have 25 seconds left, but only 2 up, and people still respawning. Oh! And
they just keep getting picked off like flies. And they're gonna get KO'd. Oh! There's a saving shot there from Saku, it seems.
Well, this game is not over, but they've got to do something about that splatling right there.
That splatling is popping Stingray.
And unfortunately for them, they do not pick up the Rainmaker. They're not able to make anything out of it. And they go down, and the set is evened at 1 apiece. Still a valiant fight, and it really didn't shift towards one direction until the second half of that match. It kind of looked to me like Akuma just started getting a little bit anxious, maybe panicking just a little bit, saying, okay, we're not in the lead, time is running out. You know, 30 seconds is a lot of time in Splatoon. You can make a lot happen in 30 seconds if you just keep your composure and work together and put a really good, well-calculated push together.
Oh, definitely. Especially since Splatoon is such a team-oriented game. It depends on everybody to work together to the very best that they can possibly do with one another. And with team games such as this, if one person's out of sync with the rest of them, it can be very catastrophic, depending on who they're against.
Absolutely, and building on that, you know, teams really start building win conditions into their comps, into their strategies. You know, so you really start with a win condition. What exactly are we going to do that is going to win us this game? And then they start building around that and start playing towards that. Port Mackerel, though, is kind of an interesting map because it's so cramped and so small. There really isn't a whole lot of area to move, so that's going to speed up the rate of play, even at an amateur level where you have the slowest rate of play when it comes to competitive. Even at an amateur level, as you saw there, the rate of play is going to speed up so quickly that it almost really feels just kind of like a little bit of a slugfest, as long as there aren't double stingrays.
Next up here we have Clamblitz with Anchovy Games. Personally, being on Akuma, I know that we haven't probably been doing the best or the greatest with Clamblitz, so I'm very curious to see how they're going to do with this.
Absolutely, you know, kind of putting on a full switch right here. Clamblitz is arguably the fastest mode in the game, and this map, especially on the long street towards your spawn, it's got a massive choke point right there that is exceptionally difficult to push right back through.
And especially with Clamblitz being such a very, very, very big team-dependent mode, it's one of those things where if nobody's in sync, it can be very catastrophic, especially with Clamblitz depending so much on everybody on the team.
Absolutely,
working very
we're
well
actually
together.
seeing double dually squelchers. So one dually squelcher is coming out on either side. The junior coming out on the side of Akuma. Eurobeats opting for the zap instead. They've stuck to their trusty splatling. Both dually squelchers going down early, and a flank, it looks like, all the way to the basket.
Looks like the junior is trying to sneak in on the far right over here too for Akuma.
Well, a little bit more than that. They're putting a lot of pressure on that entire side. The armor coming out just in time for Eurobeats, but not before the Booyah comes out. And oh! And you know, that's what dualies are for. They can just press the B button to get out of danger sometimes, and that's exactly what he did to avoid that situation. That clam going down right there is absolutely massive, and this skirmish right here on the fan is going to make or break this push right here.
They're not going to let this clam go, and they just lost one of their clams. It's a good thing for Eurobeats that they have another clam, but it's a matter of, are they going to be able to make a push with the lack of ping control that they have?
Well, there is a flank on the far left side right here. Look, they're going to jump. You've got the this way call right here, so they're going to make a jump right here, and this is going to be a little bit of a sneaky push.
Looks
The
like
armor coming out.
And Eurobeats has got their first power clam in.
You know, as a team, it's so important to make sure that you work both sides of the map well, and at the very least, have a lot of awareness as to what's happening on the other side of the map. This game is all about communication, and we saw some very nice communication right there on the side of Eurobeats, and it just kind of caught Akuma off guard, but still, a tiny little push, only getting one power clam in, is actually going to play in the favor of Akuma here, because it's going to give them a free power clam.
Especially since they get that pity. Yeah, and especially with Drew getting their own power clam over there on the right.
Oh, and he just barely gets a trade right there. So not quite what you'd want to get with that hammer, but still good nonetheless. A nice pick right there again by Drew. So Drew's just kind of holding their attention right here on the fan. 3 power clams coming out and 1 finally going in. That is...
And they get 2 power clams in.
Possibly a third?
1 push 3!
Nice push right there. I would back up if I was the range blaster and just get my team back in as quickly as I possibly can. But a really nice counter push right here by Akuma to push the lead up by 40 points.
Eurobeats is going to have to make a push with maybe more than 2 power clams and just in general a lot of coordination if they're going to get the lead back here.
Well, something interesting about this mode is that putting in 9 small clams actually does a lot more points damage to the other team than just putting in 1 large power clam. So if you really need that big KO, yeah, sure, put a power clam in and just kind of dunk it. But if you're putting together a long push, then carry a whole bunch of small clams with you and just toss them in individually, and you'll do quite a bit more for your team that way.
Eurobeats here has 2 power clams. And possibly a third on the way.
The missile's coming out, so this is a really nice flank opportunity, and it looks like Akuma kind of realized that those 2 players kind of falling back and letting their backline do the work, keeping them safe, but not before the Booyah comes out and does exactly what it's supposed to do. Ooh, and a nice pick right there by Solar. That is absolutely massive. The wall coming out. Can they get the lead?
And they
do just barely. But it's not over yet. They get 2 picks right there, just enough to keep them in this. Oh! And Hia able to get another 2, do some really nice cleanup at the end of that push. That's going to hurt Akuma quite a bit if they're trying to put together a very quick counter push. But, as long as they have enough clams, they can take their time and really... use this clock right here to their advantage. They have a power clam maybe just a tad bit early right here.
Oh,
and they're sneak around the right side one more time.
From Eurobeats with another jump into the... Oh, and they just barely get that into 4 remaining. Akuma's gonna need a very, very big push if they're gonna be able to win this.
I don't know, 36 points really isn't all that much. You can beat it with just 2 power clams, and that's exactly what Akuma has. They only need to put, 38 points on the board or better. A nice pick right there. If I was Salmon, yes, jump right there, and it's possible that they might be able to do it if they just jump.
And
they will.
They're gonna get a power clam in, and then they're gonna also jump. But they're gonna get picked off by the K-shot.
And unfortunately, there were only 2 people up right there, and the game is going to end. So the picks were taken by Eurobeats when it was important. Eurobeats playing a little bit of a sneaky game around the right side, especially during the latter half of that match, and it just plays to their favor. So we've got a very early 2-1 Eurobeats over Akuma, but it's a long tournament. Akuma can absolutely come back.
And especially when every single match that a team plays counts towards their eligibility to be in Day 2.
Yeah, absolutely. But, still only 1 set lost so far. I would not be down and out yet. If I was Akuma, I would not even be remotely upset. Sometimes you just start tournaments and you start them not on the right foot. That being said, it was a wonderful round 1. Joining you guys here, but we're going to go ahead and go for a quick break until round 2.
Right there.
Yes, the Rainmaker does end up going down, but they push all the way to 39. Another nice kick by Jaden. That is absolutely massive. The wall coming out. Can they get the lead?
And they
do just barely. But it's not over yet. They get 2 picks right there, just enough to keep them. Hello everyone, welcome back to Low Inc. August 2020. I'm Astro, joined you again by Sky the Demon.
Hello.
And we're going to go ahead and get started with round 2. We have Splat Zones on I Don't Know Yet, but we have Twilight. we're finding out right now, don't worry. We have Splat Zones on New Albacore. And we have Twilight Anglers versus Boiz. Two interesting teams here. Boiz operating with one of the higher seeds in the tournament, though it's largely pretty much random.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell because Twilight Anglers here are seed number 37, but they are a recurring team that's played in many past Low Inks and have had very strong results in past Low Inks as well. So it should definitely be an interesting set, and I guess we're going to have to find out exactly what happens.
Definitely.
So
Especially with Twilight Anglers being pretty up to par with Akuma, mainly because we scrim them very often. Kinda interesting to see how they do in this.
Absolutely, and we have some friends in Twilight Anglers as well that, Chess Piece, for instance, he's been around us for a long time, of course. So it's nice to see him on stream as well. And on the Boiz side of things, we have Ryoka, Kijo, Bunda, and Fruit Mix. Splat Zones, of course, like I was saying before, being a really slow mode. New Albacore Hotel being an absolutely massive map. I mean, it's wide and it's open, and you have to go very far to really just go anywhere. And here we go. Interesting, the E-Leader coming out. And a Charger and a Blob.
And a
so we've got
Blobber.
Unorthodox comps. An Explosion as well on the side paired with an E-Leader. This is zones through and through, playing some very slow zones comps today. Double backline. This is old school. Old school.
Boiz is getting in there with taking the zone up first, but just because they have the zone first doesn't inherently mean that they're going to continue to take it.
Absolutely, and the first blood right here going to Twilight Anglers, but it's not going to play too much in their favor because immediately afterwards they go down. 3 down, 2 respawning right here in the first lead of the game.
And T-Bob gets taken out by the K-Shot here.
Yes, the first lead of the game going to Boiz, so they're playing very aggressively to open this match. Already down to 54. If I was Twilight Anglers right now, I'd say we have 40 seconds left to work with. This is plenty of time. We can just really gather ourselves and push together maybe 1 or 2 really large pushes, and the armor does come out right here. Oh, but unfortunately, the Jinger going down. That's 2 down on the side of Twilight Anglers, but not before they're able to stall zone. They might be able to make something out of this.
But then Boiz have popped Bubbles, and Bubbles helped them a lot to get that zone back.
Yeah,
we have the Junior over here trying really hard to double bomb and get the zone back for their team on Anglers over here. But it's not enough.
That's a very dominant early KO right here on the side of Boiz. So absolutely phenomenal showing. Guess it goes to show, seeding may have been largely random, but they definitely deserved their high seed. A little bit of a struggle on that match for the Charger as well in T-Bob. And that makes sense. On such a slow map, playing against an E-Leader, you just kind of start... I mean, you kind of have to start playing kind of like a Splatling, but you're not fast enough to do so. You can't just kind of scoot around the map and play around the Charger like you can with many other backline weapons. And it looks like Boiz is actually subbing in a new player, so we've got Red Link. So that large roster that you and I were talking about before this stream actually started, it really is coming into play. It looks like Boiz are actually making something out of it and subbing players in per map and per needs.
Oh, definitely. I think with such a big team such as Boiz, that might be a very big or very great idea for them, depending on what each of them are better at, depending on both mode and map-wise.
Absolutely, and we've got a another very slow mode here. Tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard, so that E-leader, they could absolutely just crank that thing out one more time, and if they don't feel like doing so, there's plenty of other options that they can really use to their advantage, but both teams clearly operating with a charger, so this is going to be one heck of a clash in mid. A Clash Blaster coming out.
And chess on Tetras.
Once again, we see a very slow comp on the side of Splat Boys. You see the Dynamo and Splat Charger both coming out. You know, this is almost giving me little reminiscent thoughts of old Upgrade. Ooh, and the Charger coming in to save him right there. Looks like he's possibly just going to go ahead and get on the tower if he can just buy a little time.
It looks like here that Dynamo, or Red Lane that they just subbed in, is doing pretty well to push everybody back. And
absolutely.
It's chess with Tetras.
Absolutely.
Twilight take this to try and make a push over here.
You know, so that's actually one thing. You have a very slow comp, but you still have to play objective very fast. A nice splashdown right there. Perfect timing for it. Gets a nice pick. His team's able to push
Armor
all
just
the way
getting
up.
popped, saving chess in this situation.
That's perfectly okay, because that's exactly what they're for. They're able to push halfway through the first checkpoint. Just stay on it for the Ray. Just get through the check, and they're going to. Just barely before the Ray can do anything. The Ray's not able to get any picks, so Twilight Angler's looking totally different.
On the backline over here.
And the Ray coming out right here, T-Bob popping it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be doing a whole lot with it. It's kind of a poor timing, poor positioning kind of deal where nobody really is able to even put themselves in the trajectory of that Stingray. But Twilight Anglers, despite that, is able to push forward very nicely all the way through the second checkpoint, and they are possibly going to push through to a KO. It's down to 5, but no, not before the Clash Blaster gets it, but no, they're not going to be able to do it.
Yo! Both teams are now tied 1-1.
Both winning with a dominant showing.
Very much so. This next match is going to be the big determiner of who wins this round.
You know what, I'd have to say maybe the Clash Blaster just wasn't a great pick right there. You see, not being able to pop any specials whatsoever, and that's part of why the Clash Blaster is a flawed weapon. It just cannot paint, and because it cannot paint, it can't charge specials. There's a lot more to painting and turf control and coverage than just laying down paint so you can have space to do what you want to do.
Next up, here we have Clamblets with Snapper Canal.
So our first really high-speed map
and
here.
They're subbing Kijo back in.
You know, I'm not remotely surprised by that. Kijo did incredibly well during the first match, and it showed in their results. So if I were them, I'd say, you know what, it worked the first time around. This is also a pretty large map. Let's do what we did the first time. That being said, I'd be surprised if Twilight Anglers did anything remotely close to their first match. If I was them, I'd say, you know, this is a fast enough mode that if we work both sides of the map really well and keep that pressure on, just disregarding any win condition that they could talk about, if they have the speed to do that, then they've got the basics down.
Definitely. And both of these teams have shown us that they both have their they can both dominate if they choose to. It's just a matter to see of who's able to dominate within this match.
You know, I've got a theory here. I believe that it's very possible that both of these teams excel on offense and struggle on defense. Because it looks like in both matches, once one team really had a push going, the match was over. And both teams coming out with actually much faster comps right here. The Bamboo is definitely going to play into the favor of Twilight Anglers against that Tenebrella. Some nice bomb support as well, so, you know, this is going to be a very difficult match, but Tent's still a very viable weapon. 2 down, though.
2 down. Tetris and their Bamboo over here. We have the Soda Slasher coming in over here, getting a pick off of Fruit Mix, and now Boiz is 2 down.
You know, and things can really just switch up on you just like that. You go 2 down, but you have a Slosher in the right place, and they go 2 down as well, and everything's right back even. Unfortunately, despite being right under their basket, the Slosher really wasn't able to make anything out of that and put a push together. A little bit of careful play right there by the Tetris. Nice pick, though.
Here. They take one and then end up getting... They get picked off by Bundo over there. And we have the Remix who just popped Booyah on the far left.
You know, this might be the longest neutral I've actually ever seen in a match. We see a flank on the far left, the Tetris saying, nope, I'm out. But, you know, we're almost a minute and a half into this match, and neither team has scored at all. 2 down, though, on the side of Twilight Anglers, and it looks like,
ooh, and Bunda gets a pick off of Squid.
Absolutely, and Boiz really has something going here. 2 down on the side of Twilight Anglers once again.
Boiz makes the first pick by getting their first power clam in.
Absolutely. Just a few more clams in right there. Maybe make it worth the while. But this might be the lowest scoring Clam Blitz match I have seen in a very long time.
Oh. Twilight Anglers over here trying to take back control of their base and just in general underneath their basket to hopefully push them out to stop the bleeding over here.
Well, it looks like they're able to. You know, they eventually put a stop to that push, but not before Boiz was able to push all the way up to 50 points on the board. Oh, and a very important pick right there. So the armor going down is going to play very... Oh!
In the Bamboo getting that shot on the 10.
You know, I take that back. You know, the thing about Tenebrella is, like, its entire job is to hold your attention. Maybe not even get a pick on you, but just make sure that you cannot ignore it, because if you ignore it, you'll get punished for it. And getting such an important pick on the 10, punishing it for doing what it's supposed to do.
Twilight Anglers are going to make a push here.
Ooh. Oh, a nice double, too.
Bamboo's going to get 2 people and then go down to the spotlight.
Unfortunately, he focused a little bit too much on that pick. Had he just put a few of those clams in, he would have been able to make that push go just a little bit farther. And that's one of the major key differences that you find between, you know, really high-level teams and mid-level teams, and one of the key differences you find between mid-level teams and amateur-level teams is really just the way that they're able to play objective and play objective really, really fast to force somebody to have to focus kills on them. You know, oh! A nice bomb placement.
We have T-Bubble here with his Bamboo.
And one going down, the Bamboo actually going down right there as well. The tent forcing those 2 Twilight Anglers players here to really have to back up or just focus their energy somewhere else, and it pays off for them, but not before they go 2 down instead. So it looks like it's going to be a 3v2 right here with 40 seconds left in the match. Twilight Anglers has a power clam though, so they can possibly make something really big out of this if they're able to just gather themselves. But special advantage not in their favor.
Or they need to defend their own basket themselves. CDS is down.
And the tent down on the side of Boiz, so this could be very, very large, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like Twilight Anglers is able to capitalize on it too much.
Oh! And the NZAP's able to push in and get one down before going down to the TDS.
Full wipe, though.
Ah.
So just a little too late.
It was a very good attempt at a push, regardless, though.
Absolutely, a very close match nonetheless. And on that note, we are going to end this set with a 2-1 victory for Boiz over Twilight Anglers. But, you know, it looked early on in the set like this would be very lopsided, but Twilight Anglers definitely showed why they've had strong results in Low Ink in the past, and they put up quite a bit of a fight. Chesspiece really putting in some works on those Tetras, but, you know, the props has to go to Boiz right here for a very well-played set and a very well-played last match.
Definitely.
On that note, though, we are going to go ahead and go to a break again soon, so we'll be back with you guys for set 3. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Low Inc. August 2020. I'm Astro, joined here once again by Sky the Demon.
Hello.
And we're going to go ahead and get started with round 3. We are going to have the Furious 4 versus Pufferfish Party. You know, in kind of choosing who to stream. Frankly, for this round, I kind of saw the names and I went, this sounds like fun. So here we are with the two very interestingly named teams. And we're going to have quite a bit of fun trying to pronounce them as we do play-by-play for you guys.
Oh boy.
But we're gonna go ahead and, you know what's even gonna make that worse is we're gonna have Rainmaker on Starfish main stage. So a really fast mode where we're gonna have to do some really fast play-by-play for you. I promise I won't trip over my words. I think.
You think?
I can't, you know, I take that back. I can't make any promises, but regardless, one thing that we like to do here at Low Inc. is give some coverage and give some spotlight to some of the newer teams, some of the less experienced teams, even at the lower end of Low Inc. and really give them a show and let them show off to you guys what makes them so special. And that's exactly why we're here as well. So both of these teams don't really have much of a record in Low Inc. In the past, but here they are today and doing their best, and we're going to find out exactly what they have to show us.
I think it's really nice to be able to give every team some sort of love, especially on stream. Whether they're a new team, whether they're a very, very old team that's been around for a long while and they've just had a bunch of roster changes, or whatever else it may be for the case.
That is true, and you know, it seems with both of these teams, as seeding is a little bit random. The Furious 4 are actually seeded number 8, and Pufferfish Party is seeded number 10. Neither of them have done incredibly well in their first 2 sets, but you know, this is really their chance for either of them to turn things around and start getting on the right track in this tournament, as we see a really, really fast comp actually coming out from the side of Pufferfish Party. Just a little bit slower with a backline or a heavy spitling on the side of the Furious 4, and furious indeed they may be. We're going to find out. The first pop is actually going to possibly go in their favor.
Furious 4 getting that pop. Let's see how they decide to take up, with Clapples going right after them and going down instantly to map this.
You know, that was a really nice pick right there, too. Waited on those Tetras. A nice second pick right there. This is going to really open things up. A jump back in, though. Oh, but it's a Tetras. You know, that's exactly what Tetras do. You think you're safe, but you're not. His Furious 4 are going to push it all the way up to 66. Not an incredible lead on this map. There's still plenty of match to go, so it's still anyone's game. It looks like Pufferfish Party are going to go ahead and get that pop and just start getting a little bit of turf control under their belt. And they're going to push forward with Rain, but not before they go 3 down.
And lose the Rainmaker on the far right.
Absolutely. It looks like the Inkjet coming out, they're going to do everything they can to just hold off the Furious 4 as long as they can to get their teammates back in, but it just wasn't quite enough. They weren't able to get a pick off of it, and it looks like the Furious 4 are going to go ahead and have the advantage in this situation, but special advantage is really starting to play to Pufferfish Party's advantage here as well at the same time, as they do get a little bit of clearance. Oh, and they fell.
Oh no!
You know that it does happen.
It does.
Wait, is that a? I take that back. That's not a Tetris. That's a Dapples.
Specifically, those Clapples.
Still just as fun. Both are really fast-paced weapons. You know, Clapples with the torpedo.
Over here, Pufferfish Party just got the lead.
Yeah,
Furious 4 is going to have to push back on them to get back the lead over here. It's not a very impressive lead by 5, and it can be very easily taken back. if both teams play this very right, it could work out in either of their favors.
Absolutely, and you know, Furious 4, of course, 61 isn't much of a lead on this map. Neither team have really put together a very large push. A nice job waiting on that.
Rainmaker.
And the jump back in already, so that's quite a bit of quick respawn. He's got a little bit of a stalemate in the middle here.
Then Pop's gonna go to them.
And 2 down right here on the side of Pufferfish Party. So Furious 4 are going to get the lead, push all the way to 29, make that more. That's a double right there for Inkling. He's able to get just a little bit more, and they get the pop. Can they get the KO all the way up to 10, but just not quite enough before they finally go down. The push is finally stopped at 10, and Pufferfish Party now have quite a bit of ground to make up right here.
We have Tigers over here popping Booyah, going straight over to where they presume the Rainmaker would be. But not quite being on top of the Rainmaker.
Absolutely. You know, that last push right there, that was the really pivotal play of this match, most likely. It looks like Pufferfish Party, they only have, what, 50 seconds left in this match. Still a lot of time to work with, especially to put together a Rainmaker push. But, yeah,
no.
They're just getting a little bit desperate here and wasting valuable time in the process, just not quite able to make anything happen.
A lot of map control here is going over to Furious 4. It's not working very well in the Pufferfish Party's favor, especially over here where we just watched the Splatling take a pick off of them.
Yeah, unfortunately 2 down right there with 18 seconds left in the match. Can Pufferfish Party make a Hail Mary shot? And no, the Dapples almost does.
Nautilus takes over the Splatling.
Oh, and gets a double.
Ends up trading.
But just not quite enough. Oh, and the Clapples with the splashdown. Oh, barely.
It's not enough. Clapples had, could have gotten that if they had been able to do it much sooner.
If they had just maybe 2 more seconds left on the timer, they could have gotten that pop. But you can see right there, the kill's definitely going in the favor of the Furious 4. They've got plenty of splats to their name. 18 for the backliner. Inkling really putting in some work. But we'll have to see with splat zones on Humpback Pump Track, a much slower map. Kind of an interesting one too. Booyah's being especially good on this map mode, even at pretty much any level. I remember a little while back, there was what, like 4 or 5 months back, people were experimenting with what was it, triple aerospray comps, where it was they were just spamming Boiz at zone the entire match, and everybody was popping like 15 to 20 of them.
I mean, on this map, you could probably get away with it if you are very smart about it.
Absolutely, and that's one thing that experienced players will be, is smart about it. Getting into this game and really learning the ropes of comp, you actually have quite a bit of learning to do, and a very large ladder to climb. And so it's interesting to see the differences and the creativity that a lot of these newer teams actually bring to the table. And we see much slower comp actually coming out from the Furious 4 right here. Pufferfish Party are kind of sticking to their guns. It looks like they've got the dually sculptures coming out here as well, but it isn't going to be too different of a comp right here.
Although, as previously mentioned, it seems that Furious 4 is definitely going to abuse the whole Booyah Bomb mechanic here, as they do have double Booyah with a Kenzo Dynamo and a remix.
Absolutely, and a pretty smart move right here for this
mode. Pufferfish Party takes down Furious 4, making them go down 3, making it a 1v4.
You know, and that was a really nice opener right there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on it further, but Pufferfish Party are going to go ahead and grab the lead and start making a bit of a counter push. This is a pretty long neutral as well. The special's coming out, though, and that's going to make every bit of difference here.
Coming onto the zone, and Furious 4 is going to take back the zone. We have the Splatling over here facing off the Inkjet, taking that Inkjet out.
And jumping back, just making sure, hey, I have to be able to push with my team. They probably need the Booyah on this map. It will play to my favor if I'm just a little bit more patient, and that's exactly what happened. But not before Pufferfish Party are able to possibly start cutting down on that penalty and maybe push their lead further.
We had Pufferfish Party try to flank over here and
absolutely
down. This would be a fantastic time for them to push and possibly take back zone.
And they do just that, and the Furious 4 are able to cap that zone and start pushing their points forward as well, but not before Pufferfish Party actually pushed their lead all the way to 39. So, as far as we are concerned, if there is a disconnect now, like we saw earlier in set 1, they will have to play all the way through this match.
At least if they continue to play.
That is absolutely true. But it looks like the Furious 4 are going to take the lead here. The Booyah's coming out. That's 2. Those are the biggest picks of the match, possibly 3 right here. If they just can get more, the Clapples doing everything they can there, but they just can't do enough. And it looks like this match is going to go ahead and go to the Furious 4. GG's 2-0 set win.
Now, the Furious 4 can either go ahead and make this a 3-0, or Pufferfish Party can somehow make a comeback with at least 1 win in this set.
Well, you know, that match was definitely quite a bit more even, but that being said, every game counts. Every single game. If you're down 0-2, you have to try to do everything you can to win that 3rd game, because when you have a second day on your tournament, you just have to do everything in your power to win tiebreakers and, you know, push yourself forward over the people who did equivalent to you. So, say they lose this set 1-2, you know, it's going to propel them quite a bit further than somebody who goes down 0-3, losing their 3rd set 0-3.
Definitely. And it's things like these that give any team in general just an ability to make a comeback, to be able to possibly be in any 3 of our top cut, or any 3 of our brackets for day 2.
And day 2, there will be, indeed, and we'll possibly see, you know, it'll be quite a bit of climb for either of these teams. More so for Pufferfish Party now, but we still could see either of these teams on day 2. We'll just have to see how they're able to play out the rest of this tournament on day 1. But regardless, the Furious 4 definitely showing, hey, we really didn't deserve to go down 0-2. Look at us, we're strong, we play together, we push together. They're doing everything as far as basics just about right, and it's really propelled them forward. Despite the fact that Pufferfish Party has really put some nice pushes on the board at times.
Up next, we have Anchovy Games with Clams again.
You know, another...
And as I stated previously back in round 1, Clams is such a very big team-oriented game mode. So with both of these teams being very good with that, this will be quite interesting.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, yes and no. At times, you know, they played very well together. It looks like the Furious 4 were doing just a little bit better job of that. Pufferfish Party, maybe not quite as much, but at times has definitely shown potential and shown that they can work together. It just looks like maybe the synergy just wasn't quite there yet. And the Furious 4 getting a nice 3 down to open this match. All they have to do is gather some clans, and they've got to push on the board.
especially with the flank coming in from their Glugas over here, and they're gonna push in. Oh.
Maybe jumping in right there just wasn't quite the smartest play, but, you know, they're still doing okay. They just can't really make anything out of this. Points-wise, they can get a small push going.
They get a power clam in.
It's just not going to be a whole lot. You know, I take that back. They're down to 65.
Furious 4 is really taking this seriously, and they're painting around and getting more and more clams in. They're doing the hardest that they possibly can, getting past the 50 mark. Can Pufferfish Party make a push out of their base, or will they continue to get
KO. You see Monkey right there with 9 clams. Unfortunately for Pufferfish Party, they're just not getting those picks.
And there are 3 remaining. If they're able to
clam right there.
Get more clams.
Oh, and he just couldn't quite get it. You know, that's nail biting right there. If you were Pufferfish Party, that is scary close. But you know, the match is not over yet. You have a pity. You have 3 minutes to work with. You have special advantage. You know, you can still make something huge out of this if you just don't panic, you work together, and you take advantage of your special advantage for the rest of the match.
Oh, definitely.
Oftentimes in Clam Blitz, you know, an offensive team in Splatoon is always better in all modes than a defensive team. And the reason for that is because of the way that special advantage works. Establishing a large lead and then trying to hold it over the entire rest of the match, you're basically playing against the mechanics of the game.
And here we see Pufferfish Party was able to break their barrier, pushing in.
Absolutely, and a nice jump coming in right there as well.
And they're getting more and more clams in. Maybe
all
they'll
the way
get
up
past
to
the 50
65.
mark.
You know, not a huge push, but definitely progress, and that is one thing that they needed right there. You know, possibly for momentum, possibly to just really get their heads back in the game, but they needed those points on the board, possibly just to make themselves feel a little bit more confident.
They're definitely going to need to be careful about this, though, because they did just give Furious 4 a pity clam after they already have a clam.
Absolutely.
So if they're able to push both of those clams in, they can easily get rid of that penalty.
Both of those clams. They've got 4. And they're all coming in right now. This might be a KO. It's a 1 versus 3. Oh!
And they shut down that power clam coming in on right.
The one player that did not jump, and it made all the difference.
And Pufferfish Party over here is going to try and make a push.
And they do. They're able to get a really important pick right there. The baller coming in, maybe giving their team just a little bit of spacing. Gets another pick. That is 3 down, though. So Pufferfish Party, you know, I'd say we have a minute left. We have a power clam. Let's not waste it. We've just got to do everything in our power to make sure that we are prepared for the next big push, because that could be in 10 to 15 seconds.
And we see the Clapples take out their Glugas in a small little 1v1 over here.
Absolutely. Some very big picks right there, actually. Unfortunately, they're not really doing much to capitalize off those picks and really push forward and take control of the area that they're in. And, you know, that's one thing about this game, and it's a very large difference between amateur level teams and mid-level teams even, is their ability to really capitalize off of what picks they get. You know, if you get one pick in a high level... Oh!
We see the Clapples take out the other team's junior here.
But if you get a pick in a high-level match, you know, that is massive. And you basically, if you've got a 4v3 advantage, you just go. You just push for it. You just go. You don't wait.
Pufferfish Party here is in overtime with 2 power clams, and they're trying super hard over here to try and push on the far right.
And another huge pick right there, actually. Splashdown coming out. A second pick.
Splashdown. And it's not enough time for them.
You know, the score may say 3-0, but Pufferfish Party definitely put up a fight. But, you know, not to much avail. The Furious 4 absolutely reigning supreme in this set. 17 picks for Maftis. Huge during that last match. On that note, however, it was a pleasure joining you guys today, and we're going to be back next set with a new set of commentators. This has been wonderful commentating for you guys. Once again, I'm Astro, joined here by Sky the Demon. And,
hello.
And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and be right back. Are going to get the lead, push all the way to 29, make that more. That's a double right there for iCrane. He's able to get just a little bit more, and they get the pop. Can they get the KO all the way up to 10, but just not quite enough before they... That's 2! Those are the biggest picks of the match, possibly 3 right here, if they just can get more. The Clapples doing everything they can there, but they just can't do enough, and it looks like this match is gonna go ahead and go to the Furious 4. 9 clams. Yeah, unfortunately for Pufferfish Party, they're just not getting those picks.
And there are 3 remaining. If they're able to
clam right there.
Get more clams.
Oh, and he just couldn't quite get it. You know, that's nail biting right there. If you were Pufferfish Party, that is scary close.
Easily get rid of that penalty.
Both of those clams, they've got 4. And they're all coming in right now. This might be a KO. It's a 1 versus 3. Oh!
And they shut down that power clam coming in on right.
The one player that did not jump, and it made all the difference.
Hello, everyone. We have some big news here. We're interrupting here, and we're interrupting you to give a big announcement. Mr. JPEG, we appreciate everything you've done, but we are demoting you to just commentator from now on. You've done all this good work, but sorry, buddy. Nah, I'm just kidding, buddy. We got something bigger for you. We appreciate everything you've done, as I said, and we want to offer you a head TO position here at Low Inc.
You've done such an excellent job for all of us, and you've probably seen this coming, but we do want to give you a position as head TO of Low Inc. Big position, honestly, so we really appreciate all the work you've done with the verification, the hours of that, the work in help desk, after all, you're help desk man, and commentating too. You've done everything, and that's why we're offering you to it. And I think the chat does agree.
That's pretty sick.
We've been thinking about this for a long time, but with having to focus on some of the big projects we're going to announce tomorrow and everything, it just kind of got swept under the rug. And we purposely played it. Anywho, congratulations, man. We appreciate everything you did. We really mean it. And we're gonna hop out of here. You guys are gonna start your round 4. Good luck, everyone, and thank you all for watching and participating in Low Inc.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys for more information about the other announcement at the end of Grand Finals tomorrow.
All right. With that, I didn't know that was happening. All right, that's kind of sick. Welcome. We got some new commentators for Swiss rounds 4 through 6. My name's JPEG, and I'm joined by someone new. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Toxic. I won Low Week last month, and I get to commentate.
That's sick.
I know.
Yeah, so with Hoenn and Kraken delaying the tournament, obviously, we're actually about to get started with round 4. We're looking at Clan Blitz on Walleye Warehouse, with the teams being Squid Knights versus Ink Pressure. And we discussed this a little before we went live. We don't really know these teams too much, but we are interested to see who they are, because while I was verifying, I saw these teams are pretty strong, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I know I've seen Squid Knights before, but this is the first time actually watching them play, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these two teams play. So, just waiting on a few more players to ready up, and we'll be in Swiss round 4. Alright, looks like every team is ready, and we are starting Swiss round 4. About halfway through the tournament, Swiss round. Let's see how these teams do. It's kind of a marathon.
Ooh, double roll.
Heavy deco, I'm gonna be honest. That stands out to me.
The thing that stands out to me is definitely the Cancer Charger, because Cancer Charger is not really used much in competitive play. But
yeah, I think it's... Go ahead.
Yeah, but I do think it is a strong weapon if used correctly, because the kit does allow for the Cancer Charger to escape most situations pretty easily.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely the most common thing you'll see. Well, not the most common weapon you'll see on Clan Blitz, but you see it a lot on Clan Blitz. I think Faller is a really strong special, especially on this map where it's a lot harder to get pushes going. And speaking of pushes, Ink Pressure already having 2 specials ready and most of mid control, so yeah, maybe we'll see a special.
With the pick, they do have 21 clamps, so if they can get just one more, they should be able to get the first push of the game started.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Ink Pressure if they can just execute it.
That hammer is taken down immediately.
Yeah, I was talking about that. It's incredibly hard to get pushes going on this map. We're going to see a lot of mid fight.
That was a nice snipe. Alright. It looks like Ink Pressure is being pushed back a little bit.
Getting pushed back a little too much. Baller fight.
Uh-oh. Ooh, but he does get the upper hand.
Yeah, I think Ink Pressure had a little too many clams there.
There's a jump.
Unexpected jump. I keep that back.
Yeah, you always gotta watch Sneaky, because that can happen anytime. Will they keep this going? They do. They do get it under 50, which is a great push, or a great opening push, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep saying it this whole game. It's incredibly hard to start pushes on this match. This could be the only push we see, but we'll see how Squid Knights retaliate from this.
Alright. So as we do see, there is a Dry Slosher right next to the roller. Does not see him, but he does get it gets taken out almost immediately. So that was a nice pick.
2 specials on the side of Squid Knights, and looks like they're starting to push in a little bit. They got beacons up and sneaky there. I think they could definitely get something going with this game plan they got going on here.
Well, it looks like they're going to use a Leah bomb defensively, or they might take out that. Oh, but he does get a pick on that Tri-Slosh. Well, this may be a push, but the hammer just barely taking out the Dynamo.
Maybe not the greatest hammer. Doesn't.
Oh, that's a 3 down. That's
ooh, and a jump. All right.
Alright.
Squid Knights going in.
Oh, there comes the bubbles. This might be another kill if they can pop the bubbles in time. Oh,
not quite
there
going
it is. Play.
That's still going to be an incredibly good push.
That's a great push.
Yeah, just halfway through the match.
Yeah, we do see Squid Knights. Did go 2 down, but the one did just respawn, so... Alright, here we are. Oh, the Dynamo. Oh, the Tri-Slosh in a very sticky situation. Is not able to get out.
What an unusual place to have a 1-1.
Yeah.
Alright,
oh, but there's a jump.
Seeing some sharking going on. Not able to defend the...
Maybe they could do the second one in. They get it to 34. Not to get their penalty erased, but the roller does get a pick. And here we are. 2 down. Oh, the Tri-Slosh gets it in. Does not. Gets 2 clams in. And does go down. They did lower their score so that can technically be called a good push.
Did see one last clam going on the side of Ink Pressure. I'm not sure where that came from.
I think it came from Sneaky again.
Oh.
So always be prepared.
Think a booyah bomb from Squid Knights.
Oh, it's a 2v1. But they do go 2 down. Ink Pressure does go 2 down against Squid Knights.
Yeah, they're starting to respawn, so I don't know if they'll have enough time to get to the.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel's gonna.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Sniper or splat bomb. They get a splat bomb.
Yeah, I think Squid Knights just has an issue of not being able to get into the spawn. They're holding on to these clams in mid, but they're not able to get past that.
Yeah, because they're really the only real good pushing special is that baller. But if Ink Pressure is there and ready, they can just shut it down right away.
Squid Knights opting for the one special.
Almost 40 clams. If they can find a way to get in, this could be. Oh, it does decide to jump back instead.
Yeah, I think the problem is we saw like a single use of missiles there, but like nothing else. They're not really syncing up here. They're kind of getting desperate with 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that can happen, especially in Clan Blitz. Oh, but that ball does go in. With the jump, they get
good hammer.
Oh, this might be lead. If they can get these clams in, that is the lead. With they need 3 more in order to win or get a knockout. Okay.
All right, with overtime, I'm not sure what's happening to be honest. With overtime,
the sploosh is in. Looking for jumps. They do get a jump. I don't think that's going to be enough. They need to get those extras in.
It's going to break it. Not going to do it. Everyone's there. Everyone's defending.
Yeah, that's going to be game. That was a really nice pick. I forgot who it was. Who got the pick on the heavy at the very end for Squid Knights, but with that pick, they were able to take the lead, and as you see, hold on to it till the very end.
Yeah, so, before we said we didn't really know what both these teams had in store, but I'm liking what we see here with, I'm going to be honest, Clan Blitz on Walleye is an incredibly hard map to play on, so...
I'd say it's one of those map modes you have to get really used to in order to, like, really understand what you need to do. Because as you saw, there were a couple of times where someone went through sneaky and was able to get a couple clams in. And actually, the one that got the lead did come from that side, so that was, you always had to be prepared for that. And does look like we're going to tower control Snapper. It's going to be an interesting map mode.
Yeah, not Wall. Snapper TC. We're seeing some maps where it's just hard to push.
Yeah.
This map in particular.
I do believe that, in my personal opinion, I think I wouldn't be too surprised if I saw like a blaster, because blasters on tower are very, very common. Especially
seeing a lot more and more of those.
Yeah, I think especially the custom blaster, I'd say it would be a very strong pick, because you are able to get up to snipe with an inkjet to pick off anybody who wants to come down.
Yeah, just waiting on teams to ready up, pick their weapons, discuss their game plan, and we will be starting game 2. And just a reminder to anyone joining, this is a playoff 3 Swiss, so we will see all 3 games, despite what the score is.
Looks like we're just about to get into the game. Wait to see what the teams bring out.
Yeah, you're seeing definitely a different mode. Unlike Clan Blitz, tower control is a lot slower, so you see a lot of shift in comps. And that's a really exciting thing. I like to see what.
Ooh, a double backline.
Yeah, double backline.
Wow.
I think
Double
that's a good pick on
backline
this
and
map.
a double. Yeah, I think it's a good pick, but they do have a double armor on Ink Pressure, so looks like they really want to win those team fights and have an extra armor to spare.
Yeah, Ink Pressure opting to go to the left.
That's
hitting an early pick.
That's a
3 down.
That's a quick 3 down. This
And an armor.
They might, if they're quick enough, they might be able to get past his first checkpoint.
Yes, first checkpoint's just crucial.
But
Especially first and second checkpoint. I think once you're past those, you're smooth sailing. See, like they got such a good start, and they're already 3 down. They couldn't even get past the first checkpoint. This map is just so tough to get a lead on.
yeah, I feel like once you get past second checkpoint, you can just hold. You can just hold where you are, and you don't really need to push any further.
Yeah, it's so much easier to defend on this map. I think the goal is just get lead and stall.
Yeah, but we do see the Ray come out for Squid Knights. Does manage to get a pick. Oh, a 3 down again for Squid Knights. We're seeing these teams go consistently 3 downs. Looks like they're just trading kills.
Just seeing some armor pop out. Maybe getting past that first checkpoint finally.
There's another armor coming out. They're just waiting for Ink Pressure waiting. Oh, they do see a flank from the roller. Will they get a pick, or will they push forward? Oh, they get snipes right away as soon as it.
Ooh, really good snipes.
Nice snipe.
Yeah, I think Squid Knights going with the Ray, get past that checkpoint maybe.
Looks like they're trying to ray out the heavy. Ooh, does have their Ray ready.
Ray fight going on there. Ray.
Oh, they do get past first checkpoint. They missed that a while back. Alright, they do see a 3v2. And this side for Ink Pressure.
Yeah, Ink Pressure's got 3 up and armor.
Oh, this may be, if they can get this place that heavy, this may be second checkpoint.
This Charger could just get that heavy out of there, they'll be smooth sailing, maybe 2 third
They do, the Nautilus and the Roller both go down, so this looks like a stalemate at this point.
I'm noticing what's really determining this is Ink Pressure's constant armors. Squid Knights doesn't have any armor, so
yeah, I feel like if they use the Ray when they armor, they could do a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
But then again, Ink Pressure did go 3 down yet again. So this may be Squid Knight's time to push. Alright, the heavy does have their Ray ready. Ooh, see someone in the tower.
Yeah, Heavy's not in a good place. Probably gonna lose that Ray. Yep, and we see it. Ink Pressure's still pressuring. Kinda ironic. But yeah, here's the thing, we said this earlier. Ink Pressure doesn't really have to call that much right now. It's about halfway through the game, and they're in the lead, and they're sitting comfortably.
Yeah, as long as they don't let Squid Knights get past that first checkpoint, they'll be fine. Because once you get that first one, it's like you're almost already at the second checkpoint, and then it just keeps snowballing.
Yeah, this map definitely has a problem for that, and you can get around it, but it's a tough thing to get around.
It really is, but I think they'll be able to hold it.
I'm interested to see what this roller does. Roller out here trying to. Oh my goodness! He flanked the flanker.
He outsmarted.
And that armor is going to mess with him. The armor is going to determine what really wins a lot of these games.
Like the armor is like the most crucial thing at this point in time.
Yeah, it's no secret. Armor is very popular.
Alright, they are starting. Oh, but looks like the junior does go down. And they're
wow,
3 down for ink pressure. I did not see that snipe, unfortunately.
That's a really good shot.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I think 1 minute left on the clock. Squid still has an opportunity. If they can just band together, get the specials together, and...
Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a... I just realized that's not a Ray Charger, that is a...
That's a Bomb Rush.
Yes, that is a Bomb Rush Charger. I did not know that.
Yeah, they still have the heavy with the Ray though, so... Yeah, Squid
Looks like the roller is
Roller's really just...
Oh, he's trying to shut down that Ray, but it's not gonna... Might be able to, but this roller is just hard focused on the Ray.
We're seeing points rack up though. That roller's doing a good job distracting.
That's a nice distraction.
Down.
This may be lead if they can just hold it for
a second. Yes,
that is lead. Squid Knights are able to come back with the last 10 seconds. If they can just stay on tower, this will be game.
Yeah, we saw this last game where they just get the lead last second. I think it's the trend with Squid Knights.
Yeah, they're just able to band together at clutch time and just win. But
as so fast though, ink pressure all banding up on the tower.
If they can get past this, ooh, there is a this way. So they are looking to push. Oh, the inkjet so close on the inkjet. Oh, that
doesn't get sniped though. That's still really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and they lost.
That is going to be game. That was a good game.
That was a really good game.
But Squid Knights were able to just come back after not pushing the tower for a while. If we do see the 20 from the dry bucket, how much on the most or assist?
Yeah. And again, if you're just joining us, this is a playoff 3 Swiss round, so we will see one more game, even though it is a 2-0. But next up, we are looking at Mako Mart Rainmaker.
This is a community favorite map, and I understand this is gonna really be if no one wipes early, it's gonna be a really close match.
Yeah, and what I like to say is like Rainmaker's tower control, except you move at your own pace. And we saw the slow moving tower on Snapper tower control, just like no one could KO, no one could get past checkpoints. But I think Rainmaker for these two teams, I expect a KO straight up.
Yeah.
Like both these teams play incredibly quickly.
So do you think this is kind of for you? Do you think that ink pressure is gonna keep the double arm?
Yeah, armor's been working out really well for them.
Yeah, even though the score says something different.
Yeah.
Oh. Right away, so they know what they're playing.
We are just waiting for players to ready up, and then we will get into the last game of this Swiss round.
This has been a good set to watch.
Yeah, definitely. One of the better ones we've seen in the recent.
Yeah, even though the score says 3-0, but it was a close 3-0. That's those are 3-0s I kind of enjoy playing in and watching. It's like
could be 2-1, but yeah, even if it was 3-0,
it could go the other way. I'm just saying if it ends up being a 3-0.
Alright, Mako Mart Rainmaker for the last game of the set. We'll see who comes out on top here.
Oh, no backline for either team. Okay.
Yeah, I think both these teams play super quickly. This is a small map for a fast mode. There's no messing around here. They want to take that Rainmaker and run.
Yeah, it looks like Ink Pressure does get that early Rainmaker pop, and they do take mid control, but it looks like all of Squid Knights is a lot more conformed on this right side.
Yeah, seeing 2 down side of Squid Knights, 1 down side of Ink Pressure.
Alright, here we go. The push is starting. This Dynamo just trying to keep as much ink control as possible. They do get pressured by the Nautilus, and a Rainmaker shot. Oh, that. How do you not die from that?
Dynamo's doing a good job surviving. Oh my goodness. God. He is doing a good job.
That was. Oh, say that he dies. Oh, but it's 3 down. That is a wipe on the side of Ink Pressure. So this is lead. If they can push quickly, this is just lead.
If they can get a substantial score, this could be game.
Oh,
not quite though.
That was a nice shot by the K.
Very good job. Yeah.
Alright, they do see the Dynamo just sitting there, trying to get a pick or try to escape. Oh, it does get picked off though. Right, there's 2 down outside of Squid Knights.
And Pressure trying to get that Rainmaker out, gets the kill with the pop. Squid Knights doing a good job getting back in mid and being ready to defend.
This may be a 2 down for Squid Knights if he ends up just barely staying alive.
Wow.
Commentator's curse. Ooh, they do shred the Booyah, but it is getting off just in time as the K-Barrel goes down for Squid Knights, or Ink Pressure, I'm sorry.
Squid Knights looking to opt to go right. No, Ink Pressure, my bad. Go on the right side of the map.
Is right there. Oh, they do get picked off.
Yeah, so far, unlike tower control we saw last game, this is still really close.
This is moving way quicker. As we see a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah.
Oh, a 2-for-1 actually. Ink Pressure is oh, they do manage to go 3 down, but there's 1 respawning. So this bucket is staying alive for so long they shouldn't have. I'm impressed.
He's doing a good job.
Oh, he does get 1
at the very least.
Looks like the Rainmaker. Will they go for pop or no? Looks like this roller is just going for kills and gets picked off right away.
Squid Knights opting to pick up the Rainmaker.
Are they gonna drop it off? This is what they're doing to drop it. Oh, they did
not gonna do a whole lot with it.
Oh, the Junior with the double kill. This is a 3 down. They might be able to put Ink Pressure might be able to push it even further.
Yeah, I think Ink Pressure, if they just take it slower, go to the right, they could open up a chance to push in. We are seeing Splashdown. That's the only special they have.
Oh, they do go 3 down. Ooh. They have a Splashdown and ball already, so. And there goes the Splashdown.
Nope, they're opting to go
it looks like
a little bit of a hard to push.
Yeah, Squid Knights, will they be able to take the lead? Oh, they don't take the lead. They end up going 3 down. Those ends up has to turn around. If he, he's gonna try to get the kill. He does get 1. Oh, he got the Rainmaker. That's wow. I mean,
yeah.
Wow. I thought he was gonna die.
About 1 minute left on the clock. Both these teams could easily take a quick victory with enough picks, but I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, this is only a 9-point game, so if they just push it forward a little bit more, this be a lead change. As the Inkjet goes down immediately as it gets popped, and the Rainmaker is somehow alive, but the other roller is right there, ready to get the kill. He does get the kill. Any baller is in trying to get another one. It looks like he does not.
2 down on the side of Ink Pressure. I think Squid Knights is gonna try 1 last push.
Looks like this is their last push. If they do get a lead, then they will win the game.
There's some armor and a Dynamo.
Oh, they do get the lead. It's a 2-for-2, a 3-for-2 trade. As the last of Squid Knights does manage to get away. Now this is Ink Pressure's last push of the game. If they want to win the game, they need to get a lead from here.
They're gonna take it left with the Booyah Bomb. However,
there's one chasing the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
This may be game. If they don't get pop time, this may be game.
Yep,
the
and Booyah Bomb is gonna prevent that.
That looks like that's gonna be game. And that is, wait, was that 3-0 or 2-1? I believe 3-0.
That is a 3-0.
Yeah, that is a 3-0 on the side of Squid Nice. But even though it was a 3-0, this is a very, very close set. This could easily be 3-0 in the other direction.
Absolutely, I agree. And I think both teams played incredibly well. And I really enjoyed seeing what their comps were. Like, they pulled no backliner on Rainmaker with double backliner tower control. I think it's just super interesting to see how teams react to their opponents in the map mode.
Yeah, it's very interesting seeing how it could be the same map but different mode, and their comp can completely switch around.
Yeah, I agree. But that is the end of Swiss Round 4. We're going to continue watching Swiss Round 3 as we wait for Round 5. No, not Round 3. Round 5 to get ready. But until then, we're going to take a short break. See you then.
It looks like Ink Pressure is being pushed back a little bit.
Getting pushed back a little too much.
Oh,
fight.
Oh, but he does get the upper hand.
Yeah, I think Ink Pressure had a little too many clams there.
There's a jump.
Unexpected jump.
Oh.
I keep that back.
Yeah, you always gotta watch Sneaky, because that can happen anytime.
Sure,
Alright, here we go. The push is starting. This Dynamo just trying to keep as much ink control as possible. They do get pressured by the Nautilus, and the Rainmaker shot. Oh, that. How do you not die from that?
I was doing a good job surviving. Oh my goodness.
God.
He is doing a good job.
That was. Oh, say that he dies. Oh, but it's 3. That is a wipe on the side of Ink Pressure.
Welcome back to Low Inc. August 2020. We're right here starting Swiss round 5, watching Red Sun versus Avalanche plus Takedown. Toxic, you know Red Sun. Why don't you give us the details on them?
So I've known them since like their inception when it was just German on by himself. I've seen him like try out everyone here, so I know this team. This actually might be a grand finals preview if all things are according to Clint, because these two teams, they are very, very equal in skill.
Yeah, when you say grand finals preview, honestly, Avalanche plus Takedown. Avalanche got, I believe, second last month.
They did get second.
They didn't?
They did.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and plus Takedown, this is like the collaboration of a lifetime. These are two incredibly good teams teaming up here. It's unusual, but I'm really excited to watch this set.
Me too. So, looks like our first match is going to be Tower Reef.
Yeah, tower control on the Reef is questionable. I don't know. I hate tower control in general, so what do you think?
I think tower control is good on specific maps. Like, it may seem weird, I like tower control Black Belly. That's like one of my top 5 tower control maps. I don't know why it is.
But wow, both teams already ready up, so we're going right in here.
Alright, let's get started.
We are seeing a V. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I was looking at it wrong. We are seeing a Ray on both teams. And
we are seeing that Kenta 52, which has risen in the meta since the patch, and it got bugged. So, and to say that, the 52 goes down right away.
Yeah, both teams kind of fighting underneath bridge here.
That is
Avalanche 2 down already. So
Red Sun might be able to push up. There goes Tina. Might be able to get his pick on the. Not enough damage. That was so close. But
Avalanche did a good job coming back immediately, stopping this push. That could have been way worse than it was, but now both teams are just kind of fighting for bridge and mid control.
Yeah.
Bridge is incredibly important for both teams because both teams have backliners. So
maybe an advantage. Oh, that is a 3 down. So they are getting this push started.
Yeah, and with that heavy on the bridge, that's gonna provide a lot of map control.
Yeah, here goes the armor
especially
and the Ray.
Yes. Avalanche.
Oh, that is another 2 down. That's a 3 down. This may be second checkpoint if they're able to get this charger out of there.
Yeah, I wonder how Red Sun is going to retaliate from this. This is a very tough situation to get out of. Seeing a Booyah come up.
Oh, looking to shred it there. Oh, they do shred it, but Booyah not fast enough.
It doesn't get any kills.
There go the missiles. Looks like they did hold strong, but the push is still going with the end up on tower.
The Avalanche is doing a good job identifying that Red Sun has a chance to stop them. So they're playing a little slower, keeping their positioning, and that keeps the tower moving.
And as you say that, there is actually no, a 2 down for each side. What looks like Avalanche is still gonna push the tower. They might be able to get
past the checkpoint. Yes, that's gonna do it.
Cool. Now here's a straight shot to the goal. But Red Sun is again holding strong. They're bending but not breaking. So they might have a chance for a comeback here.
Now we're seeing a shark here on the side of Avalanche, as Red Sun does get bridge and mid control back.
Okay. Alright, there's a 1-for-1 trade. But Red Sun with 2 specials at the ready. And the armor going off from Avalanche, so it looks like another stalemate for both sides.
Yeah, and I think Avalanche can just sit tight here. They got such a good lead.
They don't have to
just
push.
play a little slower.
As long as they play defense and hold, they should be game.
Yeah, about halfway through the match, too.
Well, Custom does go down. The splash tunnels, Tina gets a double, but there is a 2-for-2 trade. Oh, the Booyah Bomb just barely not
really
going.
gets out. Yeah.
Oh, that's a 3 down. If they can get this, if they get the splash
wait. That could have been huge.
Yeah, but there's a 2 down. So they are deciding to push towers as backing. Best on this charger. What's she going to pick? She is surrounded. She's staying a lot. They're just pushing tower by herself. Gets it to 50. That's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I think Red Sun's just trying to play a little faster. I don't think that push really got them anywhere, but you do notice a playstyle shift from them.
Yeah, as you see, they do need to push up, because Avalanche is just holding and just making sure they cannot escape their base. But as you see, Tina is trying to get a flank off. She doesn't get anyone with that splash on, unfortunately. Here goes the Booyah Bomb.
Booyah Bomb. What's armor?
No, Red Sun armored.
Yes, that's it.
Ooh, Delta does go down.
Wow, Avalanche is telecommunications on point right now.
Oh, there goes the Ray. Ooh, that takes out the Chargers. So Red Sun has no Ray. This may be game. With a 3 down. With a 3 down for Red Sun, this may be the game. As they push it to 10.
Booyah.
That
does it. Good job on the side of Avalanche plus takedown. The crossover no one knew they wanted.
Yeah, so it looks like it was, for the most part, it was a stalemate until Avalanche just managed to get one good opening and just took it and ran. So that was a good job on their part.
Yeah, next up though we are seeing... I don't have maps pulled up. We are seeing Anchovy games on Splat Zones. I love this map mode. I don't think anyone hates this. Let's be real here.
Wait, which map mode?
Anchovy Splat Zones.
Yeah, I can do some pretty... I like it, but
okay.
it's not my favorite.
Yeah, that's understandable. But you know, we did we see a Splat Zones last set? No, we didn't. This is our first Splat Zones that we're counting. I am interested to see. You know, Splat Zones is always a cool mode to watch because, like, you have to hold down a point instead of actually pushing. You don't have to really move anywhere.
I think my favorite part of Splatoon is definitely seeing how these teams will push out once they're being spawned camp. Especially on Anchovy. There's like 3 or 4 different ways to escape from the spawn. So if one team can get everyone or most of the team together and push out from one way, they can just blow this game wide open.
Yeah, absolutely. I think getting into spawn is like a big factor of Anchovy because like the spawn's huge. You can just go in there and camp out once you have the zone kept.
Yeah, but they do have to be aware of the fan on the enemy team's base that can take them basically around to the opposing team's plat.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to approach the objective here.
Alright, we're just waiting on a couple more players to ready up, and we'll be getting right into the game.
Already? Second. I thought it was
second.
Last. Wow. Is this the second game of this playoff 3 set? Like Swiss round 5.
So it looks like there's no change from either side, but actually there's a strings. There is a Aqua shot instead of a Kenta.
Firefin as well, yeah.
I thought that was regular charger.
Nope. Bomb Rush is a good pick here though, so.
Yes. Oh, but Avalanche plus takedown does go one down. And it looks like Red Sun might, yeah, they cap zone, but their charger does go down. Let's see, Custom on this end zap just trying to paint zone, or maybe get a kill. He does get a kill. He might get a second.
Good job on this
got
double
an assist.
kill.
And I think that was a kill and assist, I'm not sure.
And we talked about this earlier, they're already going to start invading the spawn, possibly. No, Avalanche is opting
to just trying to just hold mid control, which is a valid strategy, especially on
that's
this
perfectly fine. Yeah, it's just up to preference, really.
There is a bomb rush going in. Tina trying to get the splash on its own, doesn't quite get it. But the inkjet from Beam, will he get a pick? He does not get a pick. And there is a bomb rush from Red Sun, but the splashdown just cancels all those bombs. That was a good splashdown.
Yeah, I like the fearlessness of Red Sun. You saw Tina just run in behind it with the jet behind him. And even though they didn't really cap the zone, you can appreciate their lack of hesitation.
Yeah, because I feel like what really kills teams, especially on zones, is them hesitating for a second and then going in, because if you hesitate, the other team will just take and run. And as I say that, this might be a knockout. Oh, doesn't get a kill. Oh, it is a 1v1.
You have armor, they could maybe
do need a rush zone right now. And it looks like they're...
quite.
Oh, just barely not. Well, good fight. I liked how Red Sun, they didn't give up once the enemy team took zone. They just kept trying to push, which, in my opinion, just shows that they are willing to fight to the very end for this.
Yeah, that was a quick set. That's interesting because zones can just be the longest mode or the shortest mode. That could have ended in some long overtime mess, but no, that was instant. So good job on Avalanche.
The way I see zones is same as Clan Blitz. It can either end in 1 minute or 5 minutes.
There's no in between. It's either the longest or the shortest game in the set.
Alright, it looks like the final game of this set is going to be Rainmaker. Ooh, Rainmaker Albacore. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about quick sets. Rainmaker can be quick too, but I don't know. With these teams, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, especially on such a big, wide open map. It's gonna take a while to get to the goal. So we might see one of those longer games, as you said.
Yeah, just waiting on players to ready up, and we'll get into the last set, or last game. Yes.
Got one more set to go.
Yeah. And this is a playoff 3, so even though it is 2-0, we will see one more game. And if Red Sun were able to win, they would place better in the Swiss rankings. So they definitely want to try to get that win if they can.
We'll see any major comp changes. So
yeah, looks like they're... Oh,
they do?
Jet Vulture.
Okay. A Jet Vulture, a K-Curl, and a regular Dapples. If you don't see the regular Dapples,
Red Sun has an interesting comp. I could see the Jet Vulture being a problem. That thing gets raced so quickly. And on this big map, Ray can just be in a safe spot. And there it is. Yeah, 20 seconds.
Oh, there is a 2 down. There are other regulars down. This might be push with the armor. Looks like Tina is just going in, looking for a 1v1 to take on. She does get a kill. Oh.
Rainmaker's gonna go down. I think Delta here needs to push up.
Yeah, I think if Delta was there to help push up, that would have been at least like 50. But Red Sun does get wiped, so this may be a counter push. Looks like they're taking it the long way. But Red Sun's already set up, so this is interesting.
Seeing that Ray again.
Here it is.
They can just stay in a safe spot this whole game and just get Ray.
That's 2 down for the side of Avalanche plus takedown.
Yeah, we saw Red Sun really do well at the beginning of this match. I wonder if they can do the same and stay consistent with it.
Yeah, looks like Tina isn't a bomber. She's trying to bomb out that Ray, but none of the bombs reach farther enough.
Speaking of that Ray, not a great time to use it. No one really picked up the range there. It's kind of
Tina is coming in, and will she be able to get a pick? She does not. So, yeah, there we go. It looks like Archer is trying to get another pick.
Yeah, that's a good distraction because the Rainmaker is starting to push now.
Looks like they're going to take it the same. Oh no, they're going to take it through the mid bridge. They are, but there's the Ray.
There's the Ray again. That's going to be a problem.
22nd Ray. There it is. As you see, Beam, he looks for somebody. Does he win in their own street? And there's a splashdown. So
I think Redstone has a strong advantage here. Like, you're seeing that Ray.
Only a 3-point game, so if a wipe happens, this is gonna go either way. Oh, but the Rainmaker does go down.
They gotta keep an eye on the Rainmaker more.
Yep. Redstone is there to pop it, but it looks like Avalanche plus Takedown is not gonna let them pick it up. But the Ray does go down. If they can pick it up and take it, they might be able to get more points. I don't know, but Delta is going to go down. As we see a little skirmish in mid, but the Bomber just pops the Rainmaker shield right away. There's a Ray. Will he get a second one? Does not.
That's still 2 down.
Oh, there are the
missiles. Seeing some missiles out. That might slow him down a little bit.
Well, it looks like Redstone just picks it up. Oh, but Jack is trying to see if he can cause a distraction. But Redstone's just keeping mid control.
Yeah, we talked last game. Redstone was having no hesitation with trying to cap the zone, but right now they're not really doing a whole lot. They have a lot of opportunities to pick up the Rainmaker and push it, but they're not.
Yeah, especially with only a 3-point lead this close. It's not. This is the point. This is the point of the game where you have to push up because just like
no Ray, they're starting to push.
Yep, just like that. It can go either way. Vesa does get the kill. The Ray does not take her out, but the Fizzy might. Oh, she jumps out just in time.
Not gonna do a whole lot. Not opting to go with the Ray. Gonna hold on to it. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Trying to get right out that Charger. Does get him hit a couple times. Oh, the Charger does go down. There's another one trying to... There is a 2 down. This could be a lead. If they just... The last one jumps out. If they take it the mid bridge, they might be able to get a lead from this. Oh, Beam does go down. But they do get a lead. Vesta in a 2... Oh, almost one. It's just Tina. Will she... They didn't get called out. And that's a full wipe for the side of Avalanche plus Takedown.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna... Okay, they are gonna pick it up, and this could be it. I'm not sure. 1 minute left on the clock.
If Avalanche plus Takedown gets taken down really early, pun not intended. They can have one more push in store. Both they are taking a long way. Beam is there.
That Ray, there it is, the Ray.
Oh, there is 2 down. If they can get the Ray, does get the Rainmaker. You see Delta just trying to keep this one member of Avalanche plus Takedown boxed out, but as I say that, he falls off the map.
Yeah, Redstone, I think what they just want to do is just play it safe here, and Avalanche opting to go for the far right. And I'm not sure if that's the best move, but what else could you do here? 13 seconds left on the clock. Tina's out here.
If they just take it to midway, they might be able to get it. But Tina does. Oh, she dies. But that might be game, as the Charger is just gonna sit there. The Boiz was out, and that's gonna be game. After starting out 0-2, Redstone does make a sticky game, so that is gonna help them in the standings. But either way, that last one was a very, very close game.
Yeah, we could see either of these teams moving on to Alpha Bracket.
I think they're both moving on to Alpha Bracket.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
How well they're playing.
We're gonna see these people tomorrow, for sure.
You can bet money on that.
Yeah, so that was an incredible round 5. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum.
We're gonna move into our last round after a quick break.
Yeah.
That is absolutely massive. The wall coming out. Can they get the lead?
And they
do just barely. But it's not over yet. They get 2 picks right there, just enough to keep them, or are going to get the lead. Push all the way to 29, make that more. That's a double right there for iCrane. He's able to get just a little bit more, and they get the pop. Can they get the KO? All the way up to 10, but just not quite enough before they...
Alright. It looks like Pressure is being pushed back a little bit.
Getting pushed back a little too much.
Oh,
fight.
Uh-oh. Ooh, but he does get the upper hand.
Yeah, I think Pressure had a little too many clams there.
Oh, there's a jump.
Unexpected jump.
Oh.
Keep that back.
Yeah, you always gotta watch sneaky, because that can happen anytime.
9 clams. Yeah, unfortunately for Pufferfish Party, they're just not getting those picks.
And there are 3 remaining. If they're able to
clam right there.
Get more clams.
Oh, and he just couldn't quite get it. You know, that's nail biting right there. If you were Pufferfish Party, that is scary close.
All right, we are on Low Inc. August 2020, day 1, Swiss, round 6. That was necessary. Okay, this is our last Swiss round, though. We're going to be watching Respawn Spirits versus Woomy Warriors Uwu. I'm going to call them Warriors. Toxic, do you know anything about these players?
I've seen Respawn Spirits before. I think I've ever played against them. So these are two teams I don't know much about.
Yeah, Respawn Spirits have played last month. I don't know if they're like a long-time team or not, but you know, their name does sound familiar.
And so it looks like we're going into zone back. And I think that machines and buckets are like really strong along with Dynamo. So they're like the two strongest weapons for me on this map.
Yeah, especially just pump back, pump track in general. Just the mid's just this huge hill. You got a point with the slashers, rollers, anything that can get high ground.
Yeah, the Dynamo can just go over that hub completely and kill you, which happened to me before, and does not feel good.
You hate to see it.
I know.
We're almost ready already, but these teams definitely have their comps sorted out.
No hesitation.
Yeah. But
There's just itching up.
Alright, so looks like we are starting our last set of Swiss. I am excited to watch both these teams. Now, our last two sets we watched were incredible, and I don't know if we can keep up that kind of momentum. But
it looks like they're bringing out a double armor on Respawn Spirits, and it's like both teams have that that Neo Splash is very strong, so especially with that bomb.
Yeah, Warriors already getting that cap, and they seem to be dominating mid already.
Yeah, we do see the Charger. We do see a 1-for-1. Actually, a 2-for-1 inside of.
Good double. Yeah, by Destiny here.
This might be a triple.
Might be a triple. There you go, and that's going to get them to zone.
There you go. That is a opposing recap, and this may be a lead. We do see the missiles go out. So, Respawn Series, maybe we'll just hold it from here. They do have a lot of mid control.
Yes, an armor on the side of Warriors. But is it going to really do enough? Because Destiny's here Destiny's here just flanking. And they're not doing much about it.
Yeah, looks like Woomy Warriors are just going in one at a time, and Respawn Series is taking that and just running with the zone. But as you see, they're just here on their plot, not able to do too much.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to rethink their game plan here. Respawn Spirits definitely just constantly flanking them as Warriors tries to.
As we say that, they take
they immediately right away double specials. You love to see it. And now Warriors has mid control. Hopefully they can keep it up.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't get flanked again, because that flank, that Destiny, it did kill them right away. And as I say that, there goes zone.
Yeah, Warriors definitely showing to be
showing some
talented.
resistance.
Yeah. And that's good to see, because this could have been the world's fastest game. We talked about this earlier. Zones could be just the fastest mode ever, but
or go to 5 minutes. It looks like they do see a 1-for-1 trade. Looks like they're fighting. This is a little scrap for zone. We do see an inkjet pop. Looks like Respawn might hold the inkjet direct. Might go get a second one. Does not. This may go. That is a 2 down though for Woomy Warriors. And Respawn Series is able to just hold on to the zone and keep it.
Yeah, Flash here has incredible movement dodging these snipes. But Woomy Warriors opting for a bomb rush. They have another special ready too.
Oh, they have double bomb.
Good snipe too. Unfortunate that they got flanked.
This may be zone cap. It is zone cap. Looks like
they do get it.
Nod's gonna get flanked.
Yeah, not much penalty either. I think
Destiny is singled out, but they did it. Looks like Destiny did get a kill, and they're still there. I'm surprised they didn't jump out.
They need to get back on zone though, because Respawn Spirits is gonna cap it. There you go.
Yeah. Looks like they're just gonna try and hold it, but already this may go back in. Oh, never mind. It may go back in the favor of Woomy Warriors. As we do see a bomb rush ready, but with the 2 down, woomy respawn spirits maybe just hold on to this and win.
Yeah, Respawn Spirits definitely has his locked in at this point. We could see a KO, but
yeah,
it's hard to tell. Yeah, there you go. It's hard to tell because Woomy Warriors is suddenly just getting the cap.
Yeah,
they definitely have potential. What they need to work on is just keeping that zone.
Yeah, especially in zones 8, because since everyone's funneling to one specific spot, you know all the specials are going to be going down on one spot, so it can be hard to get that zone. Or keep the zone once you see everything come on that one centralized area.
And I am noticing Warriors is starting to adjust to the flanks Respawn Periods has been doing all game.
That is
a wipe, but seeing that, but that being said,
they do have the penalty. They do have the penalty, so this may be able to stall the game for a little longer.
Yeah, I think they're showing a playstyle adjustment that could result in a victory here.
Yeah, looks like Flash is going to Bomber. Strides just causes distraction, as they have to hold it for the next 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice snipe on the side of Woomy Warriors. As you see, this may just be a knockout. Oh, they're going for it.
Wow, yeah, they're doing it.
God. Wow.
They're pushing in. They're really far. And you see Respawn Spirits going for the flanks again, but Woomy Warriors earlier were looking out for this, so I think it's not going to work out too well for them.
Yeah, there goes the armor from Respawn Spirits.
And they're going to get the zone there, but 15 seconds left on the clock. I think Woomy Warriors, I don't know. We're seeing a lot of specials from Respawn Spirits here.
10 seconds left. Oh, yeah, a big fight for the zone. Ooh,
yeah. Ooh.
For one.
It's their backliner out. That could be crucial. There you go.
This
could be overtime.
The Buck does get the pick.
Seeing missiles on zone. Respawn Spirits kind of separated here, but they do get 2 down, and that's going to cap it.
Yeah, as I said before, either shortest match or longest match. It's shown right there in the full 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
But we did see the Woomy Warriors adjust to Respawn Spirits' playstyle of keeping one flanking, so that did show some bit of improvement over there.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to look out for watching these teams. Like you can just see like what their game plan is and how it shifts throughout the game. I think that's one of the most important skills to have in competitive Splatoon is adjusting on the fly.
Yeah, especially once you get like the high levels of play, you're going to need to adjust your playstyle on the fly. You can't do the same static thing, or else it will be exposed and it will break down.
Yeah, and that's a key part of communication. It will be exposed. If you can get that out to your teammates and get everyone on the same page, that's going to put you in the advantage.
Alright, so we are, with the second game, is going to be Clan Blitz Import.
Yeah, this one's a little controversial.
I would not be surprised to see either a double ray or a tent.
Yes, I think those are just required on this map.
At this point, it basically is.
If one of these teams didn't have one of those, I don't know. It's going to be hard to fight.
Yeah, I would say double armor, but I don't know. You need the power to push in.
Yeah, just waiting on, I believe, Woomy Warriors waiting to create their comp. They're really discussing this one.
They are down 1-0 or 0-1, so they may be able to tie it up and go 1-1.
Yeah, and again, this is, if you just joined us, this is a playoff 3, so even if it was a 2-0, we will see the last game. And this is the last Swiss set of Day 1 Low Ink, but if you just joined us and you want to watch some more, there will be a Day 2 around the same time as Day 1 started, so be sure to look out for that. And I'll be honest, Top Cut's a lot more entertaining, so if you're enjoying this, you definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, Top Cut is where the real Low Ink shines.
Yes, absolutely. And we do have a special announcement after tomorrow, but we'll go on more on that later. As we start Game 2 of the last Swiss round of Day 1.
Oh, it's around.
No backliner on the side of Woomy Warriors.
There goes that Crapid Blaster.
Yeah. I think that heavy on the side of respawn periods is going to be trouble for Woomy Warriors.
Yeah, I think if Woomy Warriors just keeps that heavy from doing anything or pushing up, they will win. But as you say that, the Rapid does go down right away.
Yeah, Respawn Spirits already has 2 power clamps. They're looking to push. Have an armor, missiles going out. It's the main ingredients for a push. There it is.
There it is. Already down to 60. Will they get any more?
And the Ray. That's just gonna extend it. I think the Ray's about to get flanked though. Yeah, there it is.
Ooh,
unfortunate.
3 down for
however,
Respawn Spirits.
Still an incredibly good early push. We are seeing. Oh, good catch on the side of Flash. I was about to say that could cause some trouble if that player was staying there.
It looks like Respawn Spirits just wants to push their advantage because they do sort of have Woomy Warriors pushed back a little bit. But here goes the Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, Woomy Warriors trying to get that mid control.
Oh, unfortunate.
Really bad bomb kill. You hate to see it. But Respawn Spirits definitely playing a little safer. They're kind of giving up partial mid control.
And when you say that, it looks like the Bomber's just going to come in and take mid. Oh, they queue up the ends at the end and they get killed.
And that's going to waste their baller though. That's good. That's going to waste their baller. At least it's good on the side of Respawn Spirits. And now they have less options to push in with. I think Respawn Spirits is definitely playing defense. They're not even trying to push right now.
Yeah.
Pushing is like a nice little bonus for them.
All it takes is one good wipe and this team could immediately go back to even. But
yeah.
A lot of clams do die. So that was a good by response by Woomy Warrior, sorry. Oh, nice take on the side of Flash. Flash is dancing around. Gets another one.
I love watching Flash's movement so far. It's been really good in this set.
Make it. Ooh, that's a triple. The basket's wide open. They might be able to get the 3 power clamps. They only get 2, and the last one died.
Last one. Oh, really bad timing. But regardless, they're still in a very good spot.
Yeah, Woomy Warrior's not. Oh, they're so.
Oh wow, there was just one. Yeah.
Yeah, Woomy Warriors are not able to push in. It looks like.
Flame Blitz is definitely the hardest mode to get pushes initiated with.
Alright, here's a Booyah Bomb.
Booyah Bomb and an armor.
Instantly.
Yeah, not gonna do a whole lot with that.
Ooh, there is one taken out inside of Respawn Spirits.
Yeah, just less than halfway through the game. I wonder if Respawn Spirits is just gonna go for the KO or play safe.
I think at this point, Woomy Warriors need to play a bit more aggressive. They need to establish their own control. Because if they just keep playing defensively, Respawn Spirits can just sit back and wait for them to approach.
Yeah, we're that Ray. And we mentioned this Ray earlier. That heavy's just gonna be trouble for Woomy Warriors.
Yeah. Oh, there's another bomb kill. That's 2 downside of Woomy Warriors.
See the missiles out there. Gonna at least try to keep that clan.
He just barely managed to escape.
Oh, gets chased down. Flash is not taking no.
They might get it. They're jumping in, and the bombers just to protect. Oh, Flash is
playing in there. I don't know if this is enough for a KO.
There's 2. This might be KO. Oh, 3 clams. There's 2 right behind Destiny. Oh.
Really close though.
Yeah. Yeah, Woomy Warriors. Riley trying to push up and get control for their own team. And meets. Oh, he gets a
kill. That Riley, very good Slayer player here.
This may be their opportunity to at least break the basket.
Yes.
The Booyah
armor and Booyah. Looks like that's down. That's a white.
If they can keep this open, they may be able to get to 30.
And they still have 2 specialists to spare.
Both ballers are still up.
Yes, I think we could see a quick turnaround here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Down to 15.
Oh 15. Wow. That was a huge push.
Yes. 10 seconds though.
Oh,
I don't think they have an overtime. No, they don't.
If they need to get clams,
they need to get one right now.
away. Oh, they're not gonna have the time to.
Nope. That's unfortunate.
But yeah, that was a great ending push. If they did that earlier, that would have been game.
That's the thing. You gotta keep an eye on the clock. 10 seconds left. You waited till then to do that. That's not a good thing to do.
Yeah. Respawn Series just able to consistently throughout the entire game keep them back, keep them basically by their basket, and just not allowing them to even touch mid for like most of that match.
Yep, and remember this is a play all 3 set, so we are going to see one last game for the day. And be sure to check out day 2 tomorrow, which will feature the top cut alpha bracket. That is definitely the one you want to watch. So
we
be sure to check it out.
We do have tower control on Starfish, and I have a teammate who vehemently hates Starfish, so he wouldn't be watching this. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I can see why. This map is weird. It's like the tower kind of goes sideways, and like it just stalls for a while. Yeah. It's definitely an unusual map. But I think both these teams could play well on it.
Yeah, we might see a 2-1 Woomy Warriors if they can shut down the backliner of Respawn Series. This may be a 2-1 instead of a 3-0.
Yeah, we saw a lot of potential for Woomy Warriors on both games. They definitely adjust their play style well. Near the end of the game, on both games we saw, they cut it really close.
Yeah, but their adjustment came a little too late, because by the time they did adjust, it was already waiting for anything to come of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, we are heading into the last game of day 1. Alright, we don't see a big change from Respawn, but they do see that Carbon Roller Deco from Woomy Warriors.
That's interesting, because I do think this map's really good for flanking playstyles.
As we see Flash.
Flash gonna be on the flank. Gonna flank the Carbon, ironically. Wow, it's just predictable.
But he does get taken out almost immediately. Yeah, but Respawn Spirits are taking an early push.
Yeah, I think
do come out.
The Destiny here seeing a lot of good picks here. That Carbon's been out for most of the game on Woomy Warriors. I want to see the Carbon play, but Respawn Spirits definitely does not want to see that.
Yeah, because if the roller gets going, then you can't stop it. No matter.
Yeah, once you get that map control, that Carbon is locked in. It's going to be trouble.
Oh, this may be a quick. They're already at second checkpoint.
Yeah.
Destiny gets another kill.
Destiny, very strong frontliner here.
They're already at 30. This may be a quick knock. In the first 2 minutes of play, another missile. The Carbon tries to get a kill.
Not quite. Has Destiny even died this game yet?
I don't think they have.
And that
was a push to 7 on the first one. That's a game-winning push.
But we have seen Woomy Warriors do some interesting playstyle shifts. I think there's potential here, especially with all this map control we're seeing. That Carbon roller, this map is its playground.
Yeah, as long as it keeps the Hydra from doing Hydra things, Woomy Warriors can win this game.
Yeah.
The Booyah Bomb does go out.
Booyah Bomb and 2 more specials to spare. I think they could easily get a nice, comfortable push here.
Ooh, the Hydra is still just sitting there, just waiting for the tower to come in its line of vision.
Yeah, and they did have armor that just wore off, and that's gonna help.
That's gonna be a 3 down.
Unfortunate.
A bit too late on the Ray, but
yeah,
as we see,
maybe not.
Respawn Spirits they're just trying to push to end this game already.
Oh, good snipe to get the Hydra off, but they gotta pivot off that. Yeah, they gotta pivot off that. They gotta get map control and get going with about halfway through the match to go.
Alright. Oh, they did get flanked. Flash.
Oh, Jet, yeah.
Oh, that's 3 down. This may be a wipe if he gets a pick on the Carbon. The Carbon somehow stayed alive. And,
oh, there you go.
And that's late wipe.
Yeah, they're definitely sitting tight in mid. Nothing like we saw earlier with Destiny. Well, we are seeing it now a little bit more, but near the beginning of the match, they were just going in.
Yeah. We do see the Carbon trying to contest tower. It does get taken out immediately.
Yeah, it's hard to play as Carbon in this kind of situation.
Yeah, Osu not able to escape.
Maybe steal wipe? No, not wipe, a KO.
They're at 7. Looks like woomy Warriors are not. The Carbon.
Ooh, unfortunate. But that's gonna do it. A 3-0 on a set of Respawn Spirits. Good job, Respawn Spirits. You played incredibly well this game. And woomy Warriors saw a lot of potential.
Especially in the first 2 games, they managed to make a statement that, hey, we might lose, but we're not going down. We're going down without a fight.
Yeah, woomy Warriors definitely a lot of potential with that team. I really want to see them again in the future. All right, well, with round 6 done, that's going to do it for day 1. I'm going to pass it on over to one of the Loink head TOs, Hone Hero, for an announcement.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Loink Day 1 with us. We really appreciate all the turnout we get every month from both participants and just people watching the stream. So this is a bit of an announcement to prepare for an announcement. Tomorrow at the end of Grand Finals, we are going to be announcing something big. And when I say big, I mean really big. Community changing. So I want to encourage everyone here to not only be here tomorrow at the end of Grand Finals around 5-6 o'clock Eastern time, but also to invite all your Splatoon friends to come watch as well. Heck, invite your high-level friends, people who can't play Low Ink, to come watch but not play in Low Ink tomorrow. And yeah, I think we have something that everyone will really be quite happy about to share tomorrow. But that's all you're going to get about that until tomorrow. I hope everyone's excited about that, because I know I am. It's been a lot of work from the entire Low Ink team, and we're very happy that we're just about ready to show it off. But until then, again, thank you very much for watching today's, guys. Thank you very much to everyone who's played, whether or not you are in a position to qualify for Day 2. We actually don't know who's going to be in Day 2 yet. The round is not over. If you're curious about who's going to qualify, we'll have that information out in the Low Ink server within, I don't know, within 30 minutes probably. Should be soon, regardless. And yeah, we're looking forward to another great day tomorrow. So, thank you, guys.
Alright, with that, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, be ready for some amazing Splatoon action tomorrow.
Thank you.